Hi beauties, welcome to Lady Lay Tarot. Today's reading, we're going to take a look at what is your calling, your mission in this lifetime. I want to start off with a quote from Betty Eady, who has written a book about the afterlife. She says, "We praise God with our essence, our very being, when we love, when we think good, when we are kind to one another, we glorify God." And so our mission in this life is to glorify God and to grow our spirit. And that's why today's reading is quite important, because we're going to take a look at how we are meant to grow our spirit in this lifetime, besides being kind to those we meet along the way. We have 4 piles with us today. The first pile is this seashell. The second is this one. The third is this one. And the fourth is this one. Please take a moment to meditate which of the seashells or which of the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4 you feel is calling out to you. As I always like to say, you could try rolling the dice 10 or 15 times and seeing which of the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4 come up the most often, while asking your spirit guides for their assistance. So please take a moment, meditate on your pile, your seashell, and let's begin. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this particular seashell and or to the card that flew out as I was shuffling for this pile, and that is the Ace of Swords. It's the Spirit of Initiation card in this deck. This gives me one of the clues as to what your mission is in this life, and it seems like you are supposed to be an innovator of sorts, or to take a risk that others have not taken before. But of course, we're going to get into other messages and see which other cards are coming through for those watching for this pile and what their life's mission includes. And what else can I say with this card? Swords are for communication, so perhaps one of the missions of those watching for this pile is to effectively communicate with a group of people and spread some sort of message, important message. But please let me take a look at the cards that are coming through for this pile, and just to save us on time, I'm going to speed up this process. You can slow it down, obviously, if you want to watch the card picking process and see which cards fall out. Okay, my dear pile 1, your cards came through. Let's see what is coming through from your spirit guides for those watching for this pile on what your life's spirit's mission is in this incarnation. And we have control with the coins. So very interestingly, one of the first signs that I'm seeing for some of you, one of your missions may be to be in finance, to serve people that way, or to teach people about accumulation of wealth or abundance. But for many of you, I do see guru or leadership qualities in you that you can share with others. Maybe you're like a boss and you're allowing people to accumulate money, or dispersing money to them, or teaching them mastery over themselves. We also have the eccentricity card here, the Aquarius card with the Worrier. For others watching, I see that literally you're meant to have a very different strategy than other people in approaching a certain problem. It says strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. So it seems like your willpower, which it also echoes this image here. Like we said, innovation and doing something daring that requires training and skill and heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice. It says also conquering is one of your soul's missions in order to feel complete in this lifetime. We also have the Four of Pentacles, which is another sign of money. So maybe in a former lifetime, you didn't get a chance to experience this lesson much. So you and your spiritual team made the decision to experience it in this lifetime so as to master it. Something about finances and how to properly handle that. Because Four of Pentacles is about retaining one's ownership, one's control of their tangibles, their material things. So take a look if maybe your North Node is in Taurus or in Aries or in an earth sign like that, because it does seem like one of your missions is to accrue wealth and create a safe and comfortable lifestyle. Power. But you know what? Let me get all the cards out so I can see the different messages that are coming through, because I'm getting an amalgamation of different messages. Ooh, patience. Okay. We also have the health card, healing card here, rather. Very interesting. So some of you watching for this pile, I see that perhaps you're meant to help the disabled, or for example, experience someone's illness. Sorry if this sounds harsh and not something you want to hear. Like, for instance, if you're a nurse or in the caring professions, you're supposed to be a beacon, an example of being patient and helping another person or other people heal. For some people, it could be regarding their finances. Like I said, I do see some sort of financial thing here for some of y'all, but very strongly what's coming through is also the kind healing powers that you offer someone else and how you are a beacon of patience for other people when they're going through adversity or a health challenge. It doesn't mean that you're going to be personally going through the health challenge. For example, you have a family member or a friend who is special needs, disabled, and you interacting with that person, you being patient with that person and helping them with their life journey is one of your missions in this lifetime as an example to other people. And next to the healing card, we also got the Seven of Swords. So that is a card of deception, betrayal, lying about something, or being sneaky, escaping capture. And also the download I'm getting with this is that maybe you're teaching people how to heal from life's blows and how to pick up the pieces. For example, if they were victimized by a criminal, you're the kind that will inspire them to process that trauma and build again. You're the healer who helps this person overcome their circumstances. I see you as the voice of reason and stability with the Four of Pentacles and the Patience card. And with the snakes here in the two images, this represents people with bad intentions and malice. And you're the type that will be wise to discern those types of people and also point them out to others. With the Patience card, I do sense that you're going to be teaching people resilience with that Worry card there as well. It's like you're going to teach people how to strategize and win the long game. I see you developing into a paragon of self-esteem, showing others how to stabilize oneself and believe in their dreams and pursue those dreams, even amidst the betrayals and setbacks. We also have the Lover's card here with the Warrior. First off, love is the ultimate divine mission. The Bible speaks many times on this, on how hard it is to be loving, especially when people wrong you. To remain loving rather than bitter is a huge accomplishment. And I see you managing that in this lifetime. But also with this, it could be that your mission is to love someone and to protect them from harm. And we also have the Knight of Cups. That's also a card of passion and love. So it seems like in the cards, it's also written that you will have a great love story. And as I said that, the Man card came here. So that may be a clue to you as to who this person is. They may be physically a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. But take that with a pinch of salt. It won't be that way for everyone. Even though I do see that to be the case for many of you. Either way, there's a man who's very much a part of your soul's mission. Yes, maybe for those of you who are not interested in love romantically, it could be a man, a platonic relationship, a non-sexual one, where this person becomes the focal point of your life besides yourself, and you significantly affect their life, becoming amused to them. And that is also part of your mission, to assist this person in this lifetime. So I don't know who that person is. In some cases, it could be a man who's younger than you, particularly if they have hazel eyes, is what I'm seeing here. And we also have the Thief card here. What it's trying to tell you regarding one of your missions. Very interesting. It says, sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Just as the card says, for you to discover your power within love, although you may love with abandon, with dedication, it is to realize that your self-worth is not dictated by a romantic relationship telling you how worthy or unworthy you are. And with that, you will have completed your growth and be unstoppable. We also have the Fool card here, and it wanted to land here under the deceptive Seven of Swords. Very interesting. So I'm sorry if you've been through difficult times, especially regarding betrayals in your life. And with this card, it says, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And we have the healing card there with the patience. So for yourself and for others, you're supposed to help them heal with fun, with absurdity, laugh at the betrayals and the follies of humanity, and to finally overcome and heal from the traumas that they have regarding abandonment and cruelty in their life. Now, I don't know how you're going to do that, maybe as a doctor here, nurse, or someone in the social services, or as an entertainer. But please take a look at the cards and you'll know what talent of yours to utilize for those ends. And I also want to get one last card there for the Seven of Swords and the Fool. Okay. And we have the leg stepping into a new experience. And it landed here, even though I meant for it to land here. It seems like maybe patience was not your strong suit in a previous incarnation, or you just wanted to learn that lesson in this lifetime. So this is the experience that you're stepping into. It's the experience of healing and having patience with life's absurdities. And even if you're sometimes dying inside, to be strong, use it as ammo, to love yourself fully, unconditionally, to keep fighting, not to give up, to still take risks, even if your heart has been broken, and to just learn how to laugh at life's absurdities and to be able to tolerate the highs and the lows and to heal from the trauma of abandonment and abuse. Okay. And it says time to get out of a situation with the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. I had not seen that before. We also have the Power card here, and it's very similar, mimicking energy of the Four of Pentacles, like you're consolidating power here. We have that flanked with the eccentricity and the control. And I do see here for many of you, you're supposed to be in a position, leadership or innovator position, as we have here with this card, which was called the Spirit of Initiation. So you're supposed to initiate or lead people in some manner, like in a business sense as a catalyst, or to start a foundation or something, or do works that help people be financially independent or help them get out of a bad situation and go into a fruitful, abundant, monetary gain type of situation. Yeah, with the leg card, it looks like you're giving them a leg up help. Yeah, with the Power card here, the Four of Pentacles, it seems like your confidence and your leadership skills will serve the world. And we have the Globe card here. So I do see you here as being influential to a lot of different people and helping them generate money or helping them take risks with initiation as our main card there that they hadn't before, and to heal them from their traumas. So these are the signs that I'm seeing, Pile 1. Please take a look at what else you can see in the cards regarding your mission. And I hope that this reading was informative. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this seashell here, and or to this card that flew out as I was shuffling for your pile. It is the Empress card, and this reveals us a clue about what your life purpose, your mission in this lifetime may be about. with this feminine, creative, nurturing energy here. It could be that one of your missions in this world, in order to grow and be fulfilled in this lifetime, is, for example, to be a mother. That is one of the things that the Empress energy embodies, as well as beauty, to be an embodiment of the divine feminine. And also for others of you, since I see a musical instrument here and writing, it could also be a creative outlet that you're pursuing, an artistic expression of yours you're meant to share with the masses. You're supposed to spread joy, profundity with this, somehow grow yourself or help others through your music or creative endeavors. And we're going to take a look at what other cards or the clues are coming through about your mission in this lifetime. This process of card picking will be sped up to save us time and to get straight into the messages. So let's take a look. All right, pile 2, your cards are ready. Let's take a look at what cards came through for your mission. We have the King of Saucers. In this particular card, this is the professional card. So we see that you're supposed to show people something. And with the Great Fortune, we have the Empress energy here embodied as well. Maybe you're supposed to show others how to be loyal, how to be a good friend, since we have that card come out here. And we also have the yoke. And the first thing that I'm seeing with this card is a uterus. So one of your important missions in this lifetime is to become a parent to someone, to be a caretaker. And that will fulfill you in ways that you never expected. We also have the King of Swords, which very much mirrors that energy to me because I did see that as swords. So this is knowledge, truth. The King of Education, and we have the owl here. So with the writing, maybe you're supposed to do something in education to spread your knowledge to other people, maybe through writing a book or through word of mouth. We have the owl here, spread your wisdom, or in some way regarding your communication skills, showing them, indicating things to them. Most likely in a conventional way though. So I see it more as you showing them something educationally. Like, you know how some people have courses on, those platforms that you buy, Coursera or something like that. I don't know why I'm getting that download for some of you. Maybe you're supposed to put a course on there to teach people one of your skills and to better aid them in their growth, advancement, so that you can have a more fulfilling, meaningful life. And we also have sunrise, new creative ideas. And as I had mentioned earlier with the Empress card, I do sense that there is some creative ideas or some creative outlet that you have. For some, it may be singing, for others, art, dancing. And you are supposed to pursue that as much as you can, because it is a thing of beauty that you can showcase to other people and make their life better, make their life more joyful, and also for your own growth. And we also have the Bluff card here. Maybe you're meant to be, some of you guys watching are meant to be an advocate for something. You see with the Judge card here and the King of Swords, I'm also sensing that some of you guys may be, not necessarily that you're going to be a lawyer, but you're supposed to have some sort of advocacy. Social good. For example, some people may be interested in women's rights, have a cause where you seek fairness for others and show them how their behavior is not becoming, and to try it in a way that is more fair and more balanced. So teach them how the way that you're seeing it is a better solution for all. We also have the Playfulness card here and the Power. The Scorpio card, this is the card of Sex, Death, Transformation. And interestingly, we have the sunrise imagery here as well. Like you will become awakened and help others awaken and become optimistic and live up to their potential. I see you as having a strong character that perhaps will be developed through dark nights of the soul. You'll be known as someone who's mentally strong like a mountain and the backbone of your family and friends. They'll see you as a tough cookie, someone who has resilience and has developed willpower, so they'll trust your discernment and come to you for advice. They'll sense that your experiences have actually made you less judgmental and more understanding of where they're coming from and able to give that type of advice. That playfulness card also lets me know that you're here to spread joy to others. You're the cheerleader, the one who spreads optimism and shows people how to retain a sense of humor and how not to get stuck in the dark times, but to use it as fuel to create something of beauty and positivity. So this card could mean a number of things for different people watching. For some, I see this mission could involve serving the youth, as they'll be very receptive towards you. Teacher of children, perhaps because with the Fool card, you have the capability to inspire curiosity, a love of adventure and boldness. With the playfulness and the power, it's like you have the natural capability to convince people. And some of you can even excel in the industry of travel, because the Fool card means travel and the other cards show bodies of water as well. For others, I'm also seeing, oddly enough, with the dresses here, you may be tasked and talented at getting others to pay attention to their physical self. Like some of you may be aesthetically or visually gifted, and you could use your gifts in the area of beauty or fashion. The way that you express yourself aesthetically could be very pleasing, like a work of art, and it can help you make a mark on this world. With that, I want to say don't underestimate the power that aesthetics can have. Beauty and fashion, for example, in brightening up someone's day. Actually, the way that you dress and the way that you do makeup has a big effect on people's moods and spreads joy. Lightness. So I see that as being one of the things for those watching for this pile that is your mission. To share your aesthetic gifts and keen eye, and to make people want to take better care of their bodies and care for their physical presentation. It's like you inspire people to see their body as more sacred and like a work of art. So let's take a look. Let me get the rest of the cards out and I'll take a look at what else is being said here. We have the Diamond card. This is a card of commitment, and we have the Judgment card here again, depicting that playfulness. And as I said before, I do feel like a lot of you have a creative endeavor here that you're meant to do, like music or art or dance. And you're supposed to use that outlet publicly to inspire the world, to create this mood in other people to where they don't want to be this heavy. They want to be lighter and be more inquisitive, inclined towards beauty and life, more of an explorer, more of a person who sees wonder in everything. And also with that diamond, I see two things. Some of you with the commitment card here, I can't help but say that some of you, your soul's mission will be accomplished through a commitment marriage with someone, perhaps an air sign here, since we have two, or rather one air sign, but I did see that as a swords energy, oddly enough, because it has that vibe, but this is actually water energy. Why is this union in your mission? So this partnership is designed to support your growth in some way. Partners are also very useful catalysts of growth, even though they might not be our soulmate in our idealistic sense. But this person looks like they will be loving and challenge you, so it will help your growth. And it's a necessary part of your journey to be loyal and tied to this person. Yeah, so I'm seeing either an air sign or a water sign that you picked while you were on the other side to have a commitment with on this side. And I see this as being a long commitment, because through this, you will learn valuable things such as judgment, King of Swords, mental clarity, emotional discipline, and empowerment at the level of physical survival and spiritual authority and humility, compassion, self-esteem. So this person will aid in you learning these things. And also what you're meant to learn from this commitment, this partner that you're going to be committed to, is how to not be overly dependent on someone else, but to, with the air energy here, the King of Swords, to retain confidence and individuality, and to never lose sight of your feminine divine self. Those parts of yourself that are empathetic, that are vulnerable, that are uniquely you and offbeat, spiritual, humble, and compassionate. So maybe that's something that you're going to teach to this other person, how to be more compassionate. And as I said before, I see that many of you are meant to be parents, or at least to be a dog parent here, as I see it here with 2 dogs. Definitely one of your missions in life is to be a good friend and to showcase how to be a good friend to others, to be a good example, a beacon of that. We also have the occupation with a great fortune. Looks like through your job, you're meant to accrue what looks like wealth or even an award here. And for others of you with that friend card underneath this, it looks like you will be generous to people, like you're giving them the gold, so you could be an employer or a boss of an organization. Yeah, this very much looks like charity to me. So definitely it looks like you're going to be paying people money, perhaps, like hiring them and sharing your wealth. And that's a part of your mission. And with occupation here, literally, some of you may be meant to be in fashion or design, since we literally have the sewing depiction there, but it need not be that for everyone. It could also be like in production, such as you're putting things together behind the scenes or making something with your hands. Yeah, you'll know how that applies, and it's very important that you use your gift to make a contribution to the world. We also have Vine, seek out information that will help you. So for some, I see that they're meant to be researchers or to share information with children. When I say children, I mean like literally kids or teenagers. And as we have here, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. And this very much echoes the Fool card that we had here. So somehow your spirit is meant to be a lighter, gentle, encouraging type of spirit. Like with pile 1, I had seen that they're meant to heal people more forcefully, but I don't really see it with this pile. What I see is that you're supposed to have a gentle, loving, playful approach that naturally inspires people to go after what their heart truly desires, be exuberant. I see you as someone who teaches people how to appreciate the finer things in life, in the material world, and to embrace not just the spiritual side of living, but the materialistic, the tangible side of living, and show that to others. And with that adventurous spirit here, like I said, I do feel like many of you are called to be parents and to, as it says here, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start, and to contribute to the youth or to your own child in such a way where you feel like you're shining too, and you're raising the next generation beautifully, to be more empathetic, to be more empowered, as it says here. Yeah, so I see you being a very good instructor here and as being a very good creative force within this mission. And that's how you can best serve humanity and yourself in this incarnation. So don't lose that charm, that lighthearted spirit, that spirit of wonder and awe that you have, because that's one of your greatest assets. That's how you're going to spread joy around and feel fulfilled and feel like an asset. You are accomplishing your mission. Okay. Let me get one last card out here before we close out this reading. Okay. Let's see. We have versatility. And like I said, with the Fool and the playfulness in this incarnation, you're supposed to learn how to be more resilient and how to overcome those darker tendencies within yourself with the Gemini energy, Sun and Gemini. And you're supposed to embrace your naturally curious and adventurous side, be open to possibilities, to spread literal joy and humor around, like a burst of fresh air, like a cheerleader for those you love. And another download that I'm getting with this card is travel may also be a part of your life's mission. So it could be with that here that you're meant to go to other locales or other cities and do this type of work, like teaching children, or just to broaden your horizons and broaden your scope of knowledge and reach. Okay. So I hope that this was informative. Thank you for watching Pile 2. Have a fabulous life, and don't forget to enjoy yourself in this journey we call life. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this seashell here and or to this card that flew out as I was shuffling for your pile. This is the Seven of Swords, the Hope card. And it gives us a clue as to one of your missions in this lifetime, which is to embrace hope or to help others embrace hope or their path through life, through difficulties. Also, Seven of Swords is a card of strategy, mental agility, and you may have come into this incarnation to help others also understand what strategy to take when they're going through a rough cycle in life, or how to overcome deceit, deception, since that is the Seven of Swords is a card of those things, of dishonesty. And also what I'm sensing with this is how to be radically honest. Swords cards are about the intellect, and they can be about speaking truth to power. So that may be a part of your divine mission and growth in this lifetime. But we're going to see what other cards are coming through. And this process, like usual, is sped up. You can slow it down if you want to see, so that we save time and get to the nitty-gritty. All right, pile 4, let's take a look at what your mission is in this lifetime, one of your missions at least. We have community. Okay, so with the hope in the community, it seems like you're there to spread hope or joy into the community and to break ancestral curses, since we have the ancestors here appearing in the window and by this child's side. But there could be some other message here. I'm going to take a look at what other cards come through. We have the Four of Swords and the Page of Wands. It seems like one of your missions is also how to process a loss in a calm manner, like when people leave your life, how not to lose hope, but to instead see it as an opportunity. Oh my God, and as I said that, the opportunity is right there. Opportunities are waiting for you. You just have to see the door. Also, to show some sort of community that you'll be involved with, that there are better ways of doing things. Like, for example, in your family, if people have been culturally or traditionally aggressive, you could be a model to those people and show them how to grow out of that tendency and to pick a better way. Then we have the Empress card here. Very interesting, right next to the community. We have letter writing here or documentation of something. You know, this is the Mother card here. So some of you may also be called to be a parent and to be a pillar of the community, like a matriarch of the community, though not necessarily have children, but some who will be drawn to having children. With the Empress card here, it could also mean that you could be a good lawyer or a documenter of things. I see a seal here. It's like someone who gives the seal of approval for things, the rational and practical one in the community. Like help them with setting up healthy boundaries or guidelines in operations or relating to one another, how to proceed strategically. After that card, we had the optimism and the flattery. Looks like a public relations or peacemaker card. The community, it seems like you were meant to be a driving force towards this community. Again, we have, I see we have music here. So some of you may be called to be musicians or in a creative field like that, like maybe writing or oratory skills in your power of voice. Gemini is also a card of being able to be an instrumental communicator, bridging the gap. Yeah, interestingly with that, it's like if people are not seeing eye to eye, you're supposed to be the person, the glue of the family, or someone who helps people who have disputes to get together and to see the best in each other. So like a mediator of sorts, or someone who is the calm person the one who sees hope, the best in people. We also have the Rebel card here, but let me take out other cards to see what that's indicating. And we have loss. It's like one of your missions is to learn to be more detached and not take things so personally, to be more objective about it so that you can be more effective in the community. With the loss card here, it could be that you're targeting disadvantaged communities as well, or you're teaching people how not to be the rebel, how not to do things that go against their better good and leads to loss. It's like you're showing them how to work with the authorities, work with the bureaucracy for their own good, rather than like raging or dismissing the system and hitting roadblocks. It's as though your mission is to be a humanitarian and show how to resist peacefully. This basically shows that one has to watch out for being an extremist, a radical, because that will lead to destruction and to people not being able to see eye to eye. You know, with the rebel, I'm also sensing like a lot of you could be meant to work in politics or the government because you'd be very good at enacting change or shining a light on injustices so that there could be more unity. So for example, let's say there are like radical polarized groups, and you are here to show them that revolution starts within. And addressing and overcoming these grievances requires not a rebellion, hatred, or stubbornness, but trying to be optimistic, getting along with the so-called enemy, being strategic. So not to rebel against those systems, but to work with it. That's what I see with these two cards here. Like bringing both sides to the table to speak and resolve the duality. And to see the bright side in each other. So it's a very Aquarius type of feeling that I'm getting here. We also have the prosperity. You know, the flattery card here with the bee card reminds me of the saying, you can catch more bees with honey than with vinegar. Your words matter. Looks like that's how you're going to be getting your prosperity. This can indicate success through writing or through spoken language, through communication. Like some cases, it's like a preacher type of energy that I see here. Or as someone who writes guides, reports on research, or who writes about procedures for public good. This Empress has authority and wants to share her knowledge. For example, let's say you're an engineer. You could write about how to do that job, relay some tips and tricks, and your publication would be helpful to people who are trying to learn something in that trade or in that industry that you already seem to know about. It's like you're walking them through a process, the process. Yeah, we have the uncertainty card here, thicket of thorns. Very interesting. And the Knight of Wands reminds me of the Rebel. It's a maverick, adventurous, innovator card. But we have that juxtaposed with uncertainty, change as represented by the butterfly. With the Knight of Wands, I get a sense that you can call people to action. You have the ability to get people fired up to take new approaches. You know, most people are risk averse. They want to play it safe. But I see your mission is to be bold, to go towards the unpleasantness. See the thicket here, the unpleasantness. So someone who's able to navigate the thorns with expertise. And you're meant to be an example to others on how to do this with aplomb, with courage, and also how to tame bad qualities like stubbornness in people. So it seems like you were a very good convincer, and your mission is to convince people, much like a preacher would, but not necessarily in the religious sense. But yeah, seems like your word of mouth or your words are very consequential in this mission. And we also have August, that's a Virgo or Leo, but it's also the Moon card, which can also mean uncertainty. Through this blurry Moon card here, which very much resembles this Hope card, Seven of Swords, it's like you're showing people that there's another way, that they don't need to abandon ship when life gets tough, and that they can slowly come out the other side. You're counseling them, teaching them ropes, like you're showing them direction or being a guide for them in coming through and being more independent. So some of you may be called to be therapists for the community. So that's one of the other possible scenarios that I see, but of course it's not going to resonate for everyone. I'm just citing the various examples that I see based on the cards that I've gotten for this pile. But basically these cards show that you have the ability to make people move, make changes in their life that are beneficial. It's like you're energizing people here. You're energizing the masses. So some of you guys may be called to be organizers. You know how like some people are festival organizers. They know how to get a bunch of people together in a room, and they're a conduit for platforms, society gathering. That's what I see here, and offering them hope. And we also have the priest card here. Yeah, it says facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Yeah, like you're lifting people out of their victimization perhaps, or thought patterns of loss here, as we see here with the Five of Swords. You're this fearless creature who is not that intimidated, who shows people how to relax and how to proceed with hope and optimism following a loss. For some of you guys, maybe particularly, you're also helping women or younger women to overcome their low self-esteem. And that might be one of the effective ways for you to serve your mission in this lifetime. And we also have the storyteller. So with the storyteller card here, which very much echoes the Gemini card here, it says ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So like I said here, I very much see that your written word and your spoken word are very powerful. We also have the music symbolism here, like your voice is influential and necessary to the community that you're serving. And as is your optimism. So perhaps writing down your story, sharing your testimony, and lifting people out of their dark place, especially if you have a dark story, if you have dark origins, is something that you will be contributing to yourself and to others in this lifetime by speaking on it. And that's how you will feel useful, whole, and that you are living up to your mission, the one that you picked before you came down here. We also have the ring. It says marriage. So for some of you guys, yes, you're meant to be married, literally. And it looks like to build a family with this person as well. The Empress card is a card of fertility. So you have a soul contract with this person to be their spouse, to build a worthy legacy together. The plan is that this person nurtures your divine feminine and makes you feel safe, secure. You have a mutual mission of being a supportive family, to uplift each other in times of stress, to be there for one another. Yes, and also I need to grab my deck to see a clarifier for that storyteller card. One sec. Okay, I'm back, and I want to get one last card for the storyteller before we end this reading, pile 3. Let's see if anything else is coming through. And 2 wanted to come through. We have 3 of Swords and the Page of Swords. Wow, what a brave card. Very much echoing the Knight of Wands in that depiction. You know, the Page of Swords is geared towards learning, education. It's a student card. It's a card of having excellent observational skills. And mixed in with the storyteller card, it shows that perhaps you're going to be in a teaching role, imparting education or learning to people. That's one of your areas of talent, maybe even through storytelling. And 3 of Swords is about disappointment, discouragement. With these cards surrounding it, it shows me that you're going to heal these things in the community or in your serious relationship, your committed relationship, or as a profession. You're going to help people who are feeling downtrodden, ignorant, or lacking in skill to overcome these things. Like you're going to impart this knowledge onto them so that they can be brave and excel in life. You're their ray of hope. Page of Swords, also being the youth card, means to help the young reach their best selves through your examples and to not fall into those pitfalls that you fell into in terms of romantic relationships. And also ancestral trauma is implied here with the 3 of Swords, solving those ancestral traumas, ending those things in the young. Okay, so that's beautiful, and I hope that this was informative, pile 3. Have a blessed day, and I'll catch you later. Bye. Hi, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this seashell here and or to this card that flew out as I was shuffling for your pile, the Justice card. This gives us a hint as to one of the missions that those of you who chose pile 4 are here to fulfill in order to see growth. And with this, it's a card of impartiality. And as we see here, we have the head and the heart. And so it's to align those 2 areas or to be more logical or more heart-centered, depending on which one is overactive. So if you see that in your life your heart is overactive and way above logic, then it is to bring that to a scale where your emotions are not running the show when your logic should be, and your logic is not running the show when your emotions should be. So bringing the logical, critical thinking side and the gut instinct, emotional side into balance, and showing others how to do the same. Restoring fairness to the world is another meaning of this card. You know, this is also a card of honesty, truth, and law. And also, maybe you are here to help those in need or help those who have their life not in balance or taken advantage of to achieve more equitable results. So, for example, if there's poverty in your community, somehow you're meant to help in that endeavor, get fair outcomes. But we're going to take a look at what other cards are coming through for this pile. This process of card picking will be sped up. You can slow it down if you wish to, and so that we can get straight into the meat, the messages right away. All right, pile 4. Your cards are ready. Let's take a look at what your mission is, how you can best serve in this lifetime, your purpose. So we have the commander card here and the flow. Very interesting, since these are both talking about flow or orchestrating something methodically, purposefully, putting something into better balance, pathway, maybe finding solutions for others. And we have an audience here. So for some of you guys, it could also be that you will be the person leading an organization, and that's how you can best share your gifts and knowledge with the world and complete a mission. Maturity and decision making is stressed here. We also have the old age here. So wisdom is one of your gifts to share with the world. We also have 8 of Pentacles. It seems like your work will be essential in feeling fulfilled. So make sure to pick the job that mentally stimulates you. Through your work as a commander, chief of staff, or critical thinker extraordinaire. 3 of Pentacles is about group work, mentorship, building a community. So you may be very skilled in these areas. It's technically the card of the engineer, craftsman, or architect. Your ability to cooperate, get along with people, and bring people together to complete a common goal, big goal, seems to be one of your greatest talents. You're somehow very instrumental within the group in achieving something. So for example, let's say you're working in a laboratory and you're working with other people. These 2 cards are cards of career work. And through your contributions, there is some breakthrough because of your proficiency and dedicated hard work. Maybe even fundamental change, but definitely instrumental change that will be introduced. And that will be a benefit to those. Like, you know how there are cancer researchers, and through their little quote unquote contributions with other people working in unison tirelessly, the medical field, they're able to make a discovery or lead to a discovery. And that's the type of energy that I see here. So definitely your work is something that you must pay attention to and do what feels meaningful to you, like you're making a difference, because you're very competent and a big asset to an organization you believe in. I say this pile will early on pick up that they have a vocation or inner calling, and they have an excellent work ethic. And if they apply this excellent work ethic to their area of passion, they will succeed. The Ace of Wands. Let's see what that is referring to. We have the Power card here. Next to the spark of the Ace of Wands shows you must embrace your intellectual side and creative inspirations. As for the dragon, which is a symbol of determination, authority, or even government, so your mission may be to serve or reach the higher echelons. That's where your gift would be best used, such as in international affairs, trade, or even politics. Or with the formulas here, I see you figuring out new standards, or you inventing some sort of protocol or formula, contribution, especially in work. the Ace of Wands, the Discovery card here, that will be labeled as ahead of its time or something that has averted crisis. And it seems like there is good money in this as well, that it's a fruitful endeavor. The Ace of Wands shows you've been gifted with a brilliant idea and passion, and the Three of Pentacles shows you will bring it to life through collaboration. So seek out like-minded souls who will help you with this masterpiece. And we also have the Crisis card here, the Eight of Swords, the card of restriction, entrapment, and mixed in with the Power card, it could be that your life's mission could be about breaking mental or even physical barriers, creating solutions for people who are quote-unquote trapped. For instance, let's say you make innovations for handicapped people or something in prison reform. But of course, that won't be the case for everyone. I'm just calling it how I see it with this card for some of y'all watching. Basically, it's to transform limitations into liberation. That's one of your missions. And to leave a legacy of inspired action. And let's see. We have the Dark Man here. All right, Eight of Pentacles. That may be a clue for some of you guys that you're meant to collaborate or work with someone with dark hair or a beard. This person could be Aries, Capricorn, or Leo based on the cards, but not necessarily. Yeah, and somehow you're going to accomplish good things together in this collaboration. You have chosen to work with this person closely before you came down here in this lifetime. And with the Drama card here, I see that this may not always be an easy relationship, but you'll help each other grow and balance each other out. And you could show this person how to overcome their ego, how to become less egotistical and drama-filled over time with the Quarrel card here as well. This person may certainly trigger you, but they are quote-unquote a necessary evil. They'll help with the refinement of your character. Your head and heart will mature as a result of these interactions. They'll teach you self-mastery and the art of getting along with people, and about forgiveness too. This card, the Man, could also mean that you're here to learn about yourself through relationships and to resolve family drama without getting toxic or fired up yourself. Control issues are stressed here, but you'll have to resist the temptation to have everything perfect and fixed. Aim just for a balanced approach. And with the Commandeer card, it could also be that, I don't know who this man is. It could be, for example, a love interest, a significant collaborator or family member, but you're definitely in their life for a reason. You're supposed to help them quell their ego, tame or refine them, and to give them, with the Commandeer card, direction in life. So that's part of your service, legacy, if you will. You fulfilling that is somehow what you signed up for. Okay, and let's see what else is coming through. We have the Discovery. Interesting with the ship here. And as I said earlier, I do feel like you are, many of you, making a discovery here, or working with others with the Three of Pentacles in your workplace to make some sort of innovation or change, improving lives, a work that comes from your mind and skill set. I don't see it as being spiritual work here, but something that you've accrued in terms of skill and logic. Yes, and also with the World card here, it seems like you're supposed to impact people globally. Maybe with these two cards here, the Quarrel and the Discovery, you're meant to be like a freedom fighter or to help people not opt for war. So some people's domain may be in politics or government. So someone who is protesting against systems and establishments that are leading to war or that are globally significant hot button issues. Somehow with that card here, it's like you're finding a peaceful resolution or stopping people from perpetuating dispute, aggression, or war. And with that Justice card here. So this could be, for example, for some of you watching, like you're instigating poverty programs that would feed the poor, for example. Or some of you guys, in more extreme cases, are going to war zones or doing some sort of charity work to stop some sort of conflict that's going on globally, bringing a modicum of peace. And let's see what else is coming through here. So yeah, some of you are meant to be politicians, is what I wanted to say here, to change the status quo or bringing valuable resources to another country. Maybe some are even helping with the law, like changing the law with the Justice Scales card here. Yeah, we have the January card here. That's a signifier for Aquarius and Kangaroo. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. That very much reminiscent of the crisis and the quarrel time. One of your missions, as I see it here, is that your life may not be easy, or the things that you have to deal with in terms of work may not be easy because you'll be dealing with conflict resolution and toxic types. But you'll be showing them how to move ahead, forge ahead in a more impartial way, that Aquarius energy there, and how to use power for good. We also have the mule and right underneath the dragon, which are very opposite types of energies here. And it says here, stubborn and unwilling to change. So it also seems like you're empowering people who are in crisis situations, who are in unsettled situations, like refugees, for example. Not necessarily, but it could also be children for some of you guys. Like if you have a child that may be bullied or going through tough times, it seems like you're the perfect type of person to exact change on their mind and to teach them things, to be empowered. Not just how to use a heart, but how to think logically. With the rebellion card here, which is also very reminiscent of the quarrel card here. Yeah, how to use their minds for good and achieve more peace in the world and within themselves. So with the mule, I also see like there are people who are despondent, or a person who's despondent in your life that you're meant to affect, that you're meant to transform into this powerful dragon. And so you're meant to mold and shape minds in particular. And for some of you guys, that may be done in a shocking way. Like, I don't see this as being, like you're going to affect this change through being soft-spoken or through being necessarily a light worker who's positive. Some of the messages that you share may be a little bit more shocking, a little bit more like wake up type of thing, where you're not always going to be agreed with, but you're going to, with the Justice card here, hold people to a higher standard and expect truth and demand that of yourself as well. Because with the warrior energy here, it seems like you're meant to wake people up and shake people up to be able to do what's necessary, to not be lethargic, and to actually do something about changing something globally. Okay, so yeah, I see you as a bit of an instigator here with the commandeer and the drama, and you may not always be well received by everybody. Seems like you're a forceful, powerful person. Fire sign or air sign energy in this pile. Let's see what else is coming through. We have the Prince. Okay, and it says charm and potential for power. We have that word power again. Yeah, with the Prince card here, Machiavelli is coming to mind, and you know how he had his strategies for succeeding in war, which he wrote in his book, The Prince. He was a philosopher, advisor to politicians, and a very cunning man. So somehow you're supposed to be like the middleman between people, maybe introducing them or leading them to make critical decisions. And we also have a bell, the announcement card here. Like I said, with the dark man, you're here to also wake someone up, a dark-haired man, and to make him a better version of himself. We also have the club. Wow, so many like drama-filled or forceful cards. And not that you're meant for violence here at all. Don't get these cards wrong. It's just saying that your mission is not to be a shrinking violet in this lifetime. It's to be more forceful and to accrue more power that can affect people globally. Okay, and rescue. And by doing so, by being more forceful, more assertive, you're supposed to actually rescue people and help strengthen and support them in times of crisis. And we have that crisis card here. Acts of out of love with no expectation of reward. Beautiful. Yeah, so like to be a champion of people is what I see here. Someone who is helping the less fortunate with the mule card here, or those who have been abused by others. Like for example, let's say you work at a woman's shelter. Okay, but that need not necessarily apply. I'm just reading one of the possibilities here with these cards. So you're meant to be someone who's powerful, who is not afraid to stand up for people who are less fortunate or who have been abused, neglected by those in power. And you're supposed to show them how to be, with a generous energy here, you're supposed to show them how to be more assertive and to stand up for their rights. Okay, and not to take things lying down with the drama card. So here you're like an inspiration to these people, showing them the path on how to get out of just thinking with their heart and just being an emotional mush, sensitive. You're teaching them how to use their logic to exact important change on a global scale. So I'm not sure how you'll be doing that. It's different for everybody, but this is what I see. And let me get 2 more cards for how this may happen. We have 5 of Swords. It's a card of conflict. And we have the Hierophant. Okay, so systematic change. So this is conflict followed by you showing them how to do it in a proper way with the Commandeer card reflected again. So it's like one of your missions is definitely to teach people to work with conflict and to transform that into something more powerful and to feel like a victor rather than a victim. Okay. So you're the shaker-upper of our reading. See you as being a shaker-upper, someone who does things, who doesn't just talk, or who's not... I mean, you could be very spiritual, but I see this pile as being more action-driven and doing things for the greater good of the world or their country. And showing them that it's worth standing up to the powers that be and to forces of evil and destruction, and to change the system by fixing conflicts or focusing on them with the Rebellion card here to exact systematic change. Yeah. All right. So pile 4, that's exactly what I see. I hope that this was informative. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.